Konnichiwa, Shoga-Gun. I'm an Ember Shard mine. Ember Shard mine has bandits in it. Would you care to tell me why I'm hunting bandits?
Because the first mod is enhanced blood textures.
That it is.
Bloodier combat experience with higher resolution and detailed textures, with included features such as decapitated spasms, low blood drops, low health blood drops, blood pools, green blood for spiders, and oil for machines. There's different wounds based on weapon type. The duration for blood on weapons is increased. The size to hit splatters and wounds is increased based on weapon type.
These blood splatters are actually working really well. I'm a little... I'm not sure how much I like how uniform it is, like, because it's on different materials of different colors, and staying the same color, which I'm pretty sure blood doesn't do. Like, I'm pretty sure it looks different on steel than leather, and on leather than skin. His beard is like so clean, it's ridiculous. Look at that. I don't think that's how hitboxes are supposed to work. Yeah, blood is coming out of this guy's groin every time I hit this guy in the head. So that's a thing. I'm not sure if that's a problem with vanilla Skyrim or this mod.
Maybe it's a problem with the chocolate Skyrim. Push him off the cliff.
Oops.
That's not how you push someone off a cliff.
The first time there was an enemy we had that was shirtless, and it essentially gave him a little blood vest. It cut off perfectly at the neck, like right where a crew cut shirt would. And that's a problem I have with this mod, but it doesn't seem to happen too often. My favorite part of this mod is definitely that apparently it's not a new texture from what I'm gathering from the description, but it does make the blood on the weapon stick around longer. Which is nice because blood doesn't magically disappear off of weapons, for those of you who are unaware.
I like how activating it means you take it.
Activate does everything. Didn't we establish this in Morrowind? Remember, press E to activate objects and people?
Oh yeah.
I like how he has a little... How, like, despite the fact that I stabbed him through the gut, all the blood he has on him is a little bit on his armpit right there. And a blood glove. Luckily, there is a blacksmith forge right over here. Right? Right over there somewhere. Yes, there it is. Which means we can show off the next mod.
Which is Wearable Dragon Wings Unfolded.
Yes, so from my understanding you need the dragon smithing perk to make these.
Yes, that is in fact what the description says, which I'm about to read. This mod adds wearable dragon wings that are unfolded to Skyrim. Wings can be forged once you've obtained the dragon smithing perk. Each wing requires 3 dragon bones, 3 dragon scales, and 2 leather strips.
As we learned last time we tried to forge these, despite being listed as despite requiring the dragon perk, it's not under dragon, it's under iron. Skyrim mods, they give you wings. Oh, it's not sunny enough here. Hold on, it's time for a jump cut edit. Oh my, Eli! How did we get outside and close to Whiterun?
I wonder.
Was it by the magic of jump cut editing?
No.
Oh. Okay, so these are the first wings. I think they're just like normal green wings. I think this guy's... So, we're now in Whiterun because we got arrested. For nothing. Maybe it's illegal to have bright blue hair. Let's check out the other wings. Alright, those are nice. I think it's cool that they actually, zooming out a bit, they actually like fall, or rise I guess when you fall, as though they were affected by air resistance. Physics. Wings number 3 are like whitish. These are ancient dragon wings, and I've always thought it was kind of weird / cool. Like they look kind of like they've got lots of ink on them. But it looks almost as if like originally they were going to be really tattered and torn because they're ancient dragons, and then the devs were like too lazy to make a completely separate model, so they just textured it like that. Here's the standard green wings that look perfect for an Argonian, but not for a Redguard particularly. Alright, whoa. Red with bright blue and dark blue swirlies. That's neat. This was the one that you liked, right? The
Yeah.
black ones with the light blue.
Although that red and blue one looks pretty cool.
Yeah, especially considering we're a red guard with blue hair. I mean,
Yeah.
it works. All right, these are gonna be our wings. All right, so I'm here on the throat of the world because I figure we should really just check and see if these wings help us fly at all. Yay! I don't think it helps us fly at all, Eli.
I don't know. Looked like it helped a little.
Yes. Death on impact is totally the equivalent of flying. Alright, so we're here at Bleakwind Basin, and I'm not sure which way I'm supposed to go. Oh. What is that? Eli, what's happening? Oh, wow.
Whoa.
The poor unfortunate soul who decided to be the only person to build a house out in this random wilderness area and happened to be where if I can get in here. Oh my! That's where the space core crashed.
Don't need him. Yeah. Go to space. Wanna go home?
Our
Care to
next
read
mod
the description?
is Fall of the Space Corps, Volume 1.
By the way, there is not a volume 2. I've checked.
To celebrate the opening of the Steam Workshop for Skyrim, Valve and Bethesda have teamed up to bring you the Sportal 2, wow, the Portal 2 Space Corps mod, which will let the aggressively space-centric little robot tag along on your adventures in Tamriel. Also, since Skyrim was the only major release of 2011 without Nolan North in it, you should consider this a patch to fix that problem. You can now feel free to include Skyrim in the Nolan North section of your video game library, which is to say, your video game library.
One of the features of this mod, I have been specifically not leveling up so far this episode, so I could show it. Oh, Eli. Eli, there's a tiny little white ball back there. I wonder what it might be. Oh, wow, look at that. It's Wheatley. Yeah, so that's Wheatley for those of you who haven't played through Portal 2, spoiler alert, but Wheatley, there he goes. Wheatley ends up in orbit with the Space Corps at the end of Portal 2. And so now he's just orbiting around in our skill menu.
Wanna master the arcane arts in space. Arcane arts in space.
So here we're sacrificing the Space Corps to Satan.
Yes. No, so for those of you who have used the Atronak Forge at length, you already know that this is where the Sigil Stone goes. Once you get it from the Conjuration, I think. The Conjuration ritual spell quest. And I thought it was really cool. I was like, oh, cool, it's the Sigil Stone from Oblivion. I remember those. And it lets you do Daedric-y things. So naturally, by sticking a Space Core where it's supposed to be, you can do Space Core-y things. In spawns the Dova Core helmet. Alright, you're coming with me, Space.
Wanna go home.
Let's take a look at our Dova Core helmet. Now that we're back out in the sunlight. I have to say, it's pretty impressive. Also, if you're in the right light, you can still see that we have light blue, what are they called?
Mutton chops.
Mutton chops, thank you. Alright, so here we are at mod number 4, and wow, what a beautiful image of Whiterun. But that's not what we're here for. We're here for this tiny little pedestal thing that teleports us to Jerry's Island, or Gary. I don't know. But, Eli, this island is a big chessboard. Would you care to explain?
Well, believe it or not, the island is a big chessboard.
It looks like the description isn't happening.
Yeah, no. Well, I mean, it's Skyrim chess.
Yeah,
you can play chess in Skyrim.
That's pretty much all there is to it. So I wanna start this off by showing off some epic battling. So I'm going to move this pawn, who is currently at B2, and I know that now, to B4. Back to B4, I knew how chessboard grid worked. I'm not sure if you remember this part of chess, this particular chess rule, but did you know that the player is allowed to randomly stab the opponent's pieces? Like so.
Or, well, here, I'll take your pawn with my rook.
Oh yes, you can do that. It's much more fun to go around and kill the pieces yourself. Like so. I am just going to move my pawn forward.
A solid strategy.
Haha, I've trapped your rook with my pawn.
Last time, we could sort of send the kings places.
Oh yes, let's test that. You are a knight now, Sir King? So I'm gonna move you like a knight and yep, there he goes. Jumps pieces. Apparently can move in an L. I'm gonna move my guy to D5. Go forth, my king! Where are you going? Oh! Oh god, okay, he's over there now.
So, I mean, this is the classic chess setup seen in Kasparov versus
What are you doing?
whoever it was.
The classic chess setup where they just cleared one entire column and then subsequently cheated their kings right in front of each other. Get some, king! Oh, he's actually attacking me now. Hey, king. Okay, he's pretty decently. Ow. Yeah, I can't beat a king. Hey, king. Checkmate! Haha, I actually said it at the right time this time. I guess Eli wins. I think the game broke because I killed a king.
Yeah.
Which, you know, it's not supposed to happen. Now, there is one thing we discovered that I want to show off because I found it pretty hilarious. And they've all just decided to socialize. Move wherever they want. You know, they're like, ah, sweet, the game's over. We had minimal losses. And we lost an entire column except for a single rook. And one king died, but you know what? Overall, that's not a bad day for chess pieces. So obviously, you can't have a party without some booze. Unless you're underage. I mean, kids, don't drink. I shouldn't be. Anyways. So I'm just gonna spawn in like 100 ales. Or meads. Okay guys, go wild! I'm gonna take one of those for myself. Whoa. Whoa guys. Whoa guys, I'm drunk. Whoa, one mead makes me drunk.
Well, that person didn't seem very pleased to see you.
Oh, it wasn't me. It was the blackout. Wow. I'm not sure why I just said that. It's the dark elves. The inner racist comes forth. Alright, my apparent closet elf racism aside, would you care to tell the viewers about what this mod is?
This mod, I also can't get this page to load, but this mod is the Pit Fighters mod.
Yes. I'm a new blood now.
Congratulations. Your blood is all new.
I'm gonna fight on board the smuggler ships, because that was my favorite fight. Like, I thought it was an interesting thing, just because it's like, oh, let's go fight on random smuggler ships. Like, not even a specific one that's known for pit fighting, just smuggler ships. They all pit fight.
It's part of being a smuggler.
Part of being a smuggler is inviting well-known gladiators onto your ship to come and murder your crew. What are you doing? Sounds like you're using one of those, like, scraper instruments.
I'm scraping my skin from my body.
Oh god, Eli! What do we do? What do we say? Not when you're not on stage. I'm so sad we lost the original footage because I had never used this mod before then, and I was so genuinely excited when I saw those weapons.
Yeah, he was. He was pretty pumped.
I was so pumped. It was like I was
Pop.
I was gonna make a joke and then I realized I couldn't think of one.
So pumped it was like a tire.
Yes.
That was really pumped.
It's always great when you have to put an addendum onto your similes.
I'm so hot. I'm like a potato that is also hot.
Yes. Let's fight in the old Windhelm Arena. Now here's a fun fact about this mod. It actually uses an area that was already in the game called the Windhelm. I think it's called the Windhelm Pit. And I think this whole thing is based around the fact that it was originally in the game, the Windhelm Pit, but then was taken out. So they essentially made this team of pit fighters in Windhelm who lost their job when the Windhelm Pit got shut down. And I think it's a really cool concept. Like, it's like taking a designed thing, like something that happened behind the scenes, and making it lore. I'd like to challenge one of the current champions. Alright, so challenging champions gets you new weapons and stuff, and it's awesome. And the first two that I got were like my favorite things I'd ever seen. Hey, don't you heal? Don't you heal yourself? Death by shield. Now, look at that, the Khajiit staff. I know what you're thinking. What's so special about a staff? There are tons of staffs in the game. Well, this is why this is my favorite thing ever. One of my favorite things ever. It's not a magic staff. It's a staff for beating people's heads in. Alright, so Eli, despite not having the description there and really not being able to tell us much besides the name, would you care to tell us about the other part of this mod?
The other part is an add-on for the mod called Pit Fighter Travels.
Yes, it is. And would you care to guess at what it does?
Maybe it lets you travel to fights in other provinces?
Oh, I wonder if that's what this dialogue option called "I'd like to travel to fights in other provinces" is all about. Alright, so it looks like we need to gain another rank to challenge another champion. So, jump cut time now. We are now one rank higher, and we can challenge a champion from another province. So yeah, this is my new elven armor. It's actually, you'll notice, got red trim, which it normally doesn't have. That is because it's Crimson Guard armor, and I want to, as you can see here, the helmet also has red trim, but it's
If
just
only
not
they
as
named
cool.
it Red Guard armor.
Oh, I didn't even think of that. Crimson Guard is essentially Red Guard. You will die, Sir Germain. Alright, so that adds his weapon to the trophy room, which is this steel cavalry hammer, which is my favorite thing that exists. It's a hammer. It's actually a hammer. Like, look at that. It's a one-handed hammer. I actually found this up on the wall. Look at that. It's a shield for the team I'm fighting for. I didn't realize that was there the first time we were showcasing. So, mod number 1 is enhanced blood textures.
Yeah.
The first time we recorded it, I wasn't a big fan, but that was because we encountered a shirtless bandit, and it kind of gave him a blood vest. This time, we didn't encounter any of those, and all the blood looked really nice. The monochromatic thing was a little off-putting, but it was overall much better. Unless we encounter any shirtless people, it should be great. Your final judgment? Your final standing?
Yeah.
Yeah, you like it?
Oh, yeah.
Me too. We're keeping the blood textures. Alright, so Wearable Dragon Wings Unfolded. It definitely makes our character look more ridiculous. And that is kind of the goal of this. Also, it kind of adds this air of epicness. So, what do you think? Yes or no?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I think at some point we need a flight mod, just because we got those wings. Alright, so mod number 3 was Fall of the Space Corps Volume 1. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the Dova Core helmet alone would have been a yes. But the fact that we have a fun, jazzy little sidekick now, he makes it even better. Like, there's no way I could turn this off.
And it's Valve official.
It's Valve official and Bethesda official, which makes you wonder: does it really count as a mod? Doesn't that make it a DLC?
Fall of the Space Corps DLC.
Yes. So mod number 4, that was Skyrim chess. It was an interesting mod. If you find yourself with a deep-seated urge to play chess in Skyrim, I would highly advise you get that mod. If you're not the kind of person who wants to play chess in Skyrim constantly, no real reason to keep it on. Which we probably won't be going back there.
Yeah. I mean, it's neat, but if you really want to play chess a lot, don't play it in Skyrim.
Yeah, if you really want to play chess a lot, get a chessboard. So mod number 5, Pit Fighter and Pit Fighter Travels. Technically also mod number 6. But So, I certainly had fun.
It certainly looks very well made.
Yes, it is very well made. All the arenas feel like they belong, like feel like they should just be in the game. The voice acting is the best I've ever heard in any mod, and I've played quite a few voiced mods. Maybe someday we'll do a special on voiced mods, who knows. But, yeah, this is just definitely the best voiced mod I've ever played. It was really fun. I really want to see what other special weapons there are, because I love the 2 we got in video. So yeah, that's that. We're once again keeping 4 and dropping 1. So yeah, I guess that's the end of the video. Thanks for watching. You know what like and subscribe buttons are,
Alright.
just click them. Tune in next week for the next episode of Skyrim the Mod Chronicles. Till then, sayonara, Shoga-Gun.